We're still in winter, 1733. We've had the naval action. That's the fleet that's just disappearing now. That's the one that blockaded my route. I went for it because it could give me a little bit of income, of course. That's the main reason. We'll put that back in port now, that fleet. This is United Provinces, Empire Total War. The other ship that's coming in there now late, it's the one that I had asked to go to this port, but when I engaged with my lower fleet, it suddenly stopped moving, so I suppose that's something to be borne in mind in the future, isn't it? So we're going to repair those ships. Doesn't cost very much to do that, and I've got some spare ships there, some ships that haven't been in action at all. I'm still repairing the troops, or rather recruiting to the troops in this area. It's interesting to note, by the way, that those that are below 50% strength, they'll lose a chevron when they're recruited to. Those that are above 50%, when you recruit to them, they retain it. I'm just showing you the screen here to give you some idea what's going on in terms of the overall victory conditions in the game. The Marathas are very similar to me in army size and superior to me in naval size, and you'll notice that there's no way they've been able to match me anywhere at all with the navy. So there is a navy somewhere, and that's really just explaining why I've got that blockade over there in the Americas. I'm going to go for trade. It's about time. Let's see what who we can trade with and why. This is Genoa. I give them the flying shuttle, and they're going to accept that one. So that's worth 900 in trade to me. That one. Go to the Italian states. Have a look at those. See what I can do. I have to say, by the way, that I often negotiate these lots and lots and lots and lots of all sorts of different conditions. So I do reduce these down a bit, or rather edit out. Tried all sorts of things. The only thing they'd accept is fire by rank, and they were willing to pay for it as well. So it gives me £1,000, or 1,000 guilders I should say, in this game. So we've got a trade agreement with them as well, and that's worth 1,000 per turn in trade, so we get that back even after the first turn. So the last one that I can trade with is Savoy. Now the only thing I've got that I can trade with them is the flying shuttle, so it's worth a try. And they'll accept that with a payment, which is fine because I've already got 1,000 from the Italian state, so to give 710 to them is nothing really, and that trade is worth 925. So in total there I've got over 2,800 in trade there, nearly 3,000 trade per turn from that, and all I've done is pay with technology. Those are the overall trades that I've got. You can see Denmark still can't be traded with. It's been blockaded by the Swedes for a long period of time in this game. Perhaps I should have got rid of Denmark as a trading option and gone with somewhere else, but I'm struggling for alternatives actually, because Russia wasn't tradable and the Swedes were at war. This is a screen I haven't shown before as well. This is the screen that you can go on. By pressing the exit key you can change your options. I'm changing it for the battle length because I'm envisaging some large sea battles somewhere, because like I showed you, that Maratha fleet is really big and it's not here anywhere, and I've not been able to find it, so there is going to be a large fleet appearing from somewhere. If they do attack me over in the Americas, I might have to attack them piecemeal as well, so or rather defend myself piecemeal, which means I'm going to be bringing ships on as reinforcements over a period of time. You could end up being extremely successful in a battle and losing it because he's still got one ship that isn't routing or isn't yet destroyed. So I don't want to take that risk. I think it's an unreal expectation that you can get through a sea battle with a lot of ships in it in say 40 minutes or so. So I've just taken that off for now. I do risk, by the way, him attacking me in one of my fortresses here and it becoming an extremely long battle. If he's got one artillery piece or whatever, you know, it could make that battle extremely long. But I don't think he's going to attack me in any of these fortresses, because I have very, very large fortresses there, and I'm keeping inside them. Even though he's going around wrecking my economy, I'm still staying inside those. These are the ships that don't need to be replenished, the ones that haven't done anything. I'm going to move them up north, because I'm going to have a good look round, see if there's anything around here that I can have a go at. I'd love to know where that navy is. Now that's highlighted the port at Bijapur, and still I can't see any ships. So I'm totally flummoxed as to where these ships are. I can only think that they're headed either for Europe, but I'm okay there because I've got nice fortresses and a decent amount of troops I can move around, and I can recruit good troops as well. So I think it has to be the Americas that he's going to go for. Now I'm a bit worried because my fleets are strung out so much. If he's got such a large fleet, and it's the only fleet that he's got, and it's all heading over to the Americas, am I going to be able to manage it? So this is my best recruiting area in the Americas. It's not very good, I'm afraid, but it's the best one that I can manage. 6th rate is about the best kind of ship I can get. Do you notice, by the way, there the brigs have got 1 chevron on them? But when you upgrade your ports, your ships automatically get improved just a little bit more. See if I can get another one here. Spend all the money for this turn. So I've got a 6 rate and a brig, so it'll take a couple of turns for the 6 rate to come up, but just in case the Marathas appear next turn, I've got a brig there waiting for him that I can add to the main part of the fleet. Just really hope that it's enough. A quick look round, just see that nothing's appeared around here. See, I've got those troops in Portugal I can move around and, you know, to help if anything does come into Europe. So anyhow, that's the end of the turn. We're moving over now to the summer of 1734. I'm just going to show the principal moves as normal. These are the British, of course. It's interesting to know what the British are doing, because if they blockade some people that I'm trading with, then obviously I'm going to lose that trade value. Also, I like to know if they've got a decent presence in the English Channel, so if I do get attacked up there, and bearing in mind the Amsterdam trade route is absolutely crucial to my economy, and it's good to know that there is an Allies ships around. Here's the Austrians coming up. I wonder if they're going to make another silly offer to me. Very small ship that. Maybe he's just adding it to something else. Don't quite know what he's doing with that, really. He sat it on a trade route next to my fleet, so maybe he's hoping to steal some trade there. I really don't know. Now, these are the Russians against the Ottomans. I think, as you can see, that dotted line going in there, I think that's a trade route. Oh, well, the Swedish have left Denmark, which means that I can now start to trade with Denmark, so that gives me a bit of extra income as well. That could give me another 900 roundabouts. And the Swedes have left Denmark because Austria have obviously been blocking their trade route, so they're clearing them out. I wouldn't be surprised if they sit on that trade route now to steal some of that trade, so I won't get the full 900, or roughly whatever it is, probably around about half that. Again, I've said before, for every ship that's raiding a trade route, you take about 5% of what was there, so if there are 10 ships in there, that's 50% of the trade. But who cares? I've got 450 that I didn't used to get, and I'm trading with 3 other nations now, so things are looking up that way. Okay, this is the Maratha move. Obviously we've got to watch them at the moment. I want to know where they're putting their armies. That was an army that headed straight for a port. I don't know if you noticed. But I can't see far enough into there to see what's in that port. Well, why would such a large army go for a port and then stop? I think I need to go further north and find out what's happening there. This might just be the fleet that's considering going over to somewhere else. I mean, could be moving round to attack Ceylon, could be going over to the Americas, could be going anywhere. So I need to keep a good watchful eye on that. It's another individual ship coming out. He must know that he's committing suicide, bringing these out. So I'm beginning to wonder if these are decoys to keep my ships away from his main fleet. I don't want my second rates to be wasted on sloops and brigs if there's a nice big juicy fleet that they can be taking out. Okay, that's the end of turn. Usual end of turn markers on here telling me what's been raided. We know about these because we've seen them anyway, so. Okay, that's that brig I was raising. That howitzer the one that I was raising in Karnataka, which is nice. Improved. Oh yes, that's the port that I wanted to be improved, and also the peace gardens, or whatever we call them. Right, oh, we just need to make sure that we're stealing another technology now, because we've been successful in stealing the, is it naval procurement, the one that allows us to go to the next stage really of naval technology, so we can get the next naval building.